Yeah, well, so Sci-Hi was actually on the 17th, but
Right.
I don't know, the holiday week, the short week for everyone at work, I kind of
Mhm.
mixed the cracks. It's also because it was a more high-profile release on the 17th. Jaden Smith's debut album, Syre. How did you get to that?
I listened to it today. I wasn't dissecting it by any means. I wasn't sitting there taking notes, but it
Not
was
much
playing while I
time,
was at
but
work. Um, my general review: the sound was enjoyable at times. Um, it sounded a little bit wonky at times, a little bit disjointed. I didn't really listen to the words, and and kind of reading around on this, people were slamming Jaden Smith for being fake deep. I think a lot of people were saying.
right.
What did you think about the album?
Yeah, no, I think the group think around the album is the correct way to think about it, in my opinion. Uh, James, the production. Let's start there. That's the big positive.
Shout out
It's
Lido, dude.
yeah, Lido produced I think 6 songs, 6 or 7 of the 17 songs. It's a 70-minute album. That's part of the problem. But the production's so grand and so strong that everything about this, especially once you start listening to it, it just presents Jaden Smith presents his album Syre as something so much grander and bigger and more important than it is, despite the fact that he has nothing to say. For a guy who assumingly gets really high and tweets off these ridiculous things, I thought he would have had something witty in there, but that was shame me once, whatever. Uh, but yeah, just the bars are they're just so bad. Honestly, like there are multiple songs where you can read the verses on Genius and you're not gonna get anything out of that. And again, that's not to say that some of the songs, not all the songs are bad. They're not. Um, I think George Jeff is actually fucking really fire. Falcon's not that bad. Icon that has the music video, really simple song, but I don't know. I think it's pretty braggadocious. I like it.
Mhm.
But then elsewhere you look, and the song "Watch Me," which has a video, is a blatant black skinhead ripoff from
Yeah,
Kanye West. And then
and not a very good one either.
no, and then the Batman song also has a video that came out earlier this summer. That's a blatant Jumpman ripoff from Drake, in terms of just biting the flow. And of course, people really don't even care about biting flows in 2017 rap, but just the fact that Jaden's inexperience as a 19-year-old kid who hasn't been rapping that much. He's released 2 mixtapes and an EP over the past like 5 years, so he's not a full-time rapper, obviously, and it really shows because despite how important he wants you to make you think this album is, he has absolutely nothing to back it up with lyrically.
When you think about who Jaden Smith is as a person, he's this 19-year-old wealthy, I don't know, fake deep person. This album almost embodies who he is at this point in his life pretty perfectly. Not really much to say. Just kind of like he throws out conspiracy theories about 9/11 at one point on
Yeah,
this.
the debug
Um,
Building 7 theory.
I,
Come
I
on,
want
man.
to I want to read you this one, which it was on L. Girl, I'm Martin Luther. Martin Luther King. Life is hard. I'm Kama Sutraing.
Ah,
Like what?
fire.
Like he really says nothing to say, and he thinks he has so much to say, and
And
that's the thing is
that's
that he just
look
basically tries to be all these people he looks up to, and he does it
right.
horribly, but
I
because
mean,
he's not really
yeah.
anybody. Yeah. So
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like the only reason everyone's harping on the lyrics so much is because he presents itself as something where the lyrics matter. Little
right,
Pump doesn't tell you that his 30-minute Little Pump tape is going to be, you know, the most woke thing ever. So you don't
exactly.
expect it, and it's okay when it isn't. But Jane Smith's album is supposed to be so much grander because of everything else he's told you about it.
Hmm.
So that's why everyone hates the bars. But I mean, in a sense, he is kind of following his birthright. But of course, Will Smith made pop rap. Will Smith knew he wasn't public enemy.
Right.
So again,
Yeah. I mean,
Jane Smith, you're not Ye, you're not Cutting, uh, you're not even Little Uzi. So
yeah, exactly. Will Smith like made the song Wild Wild West. Like
yeah,
he made the movie Wild Wild West, which is probably even a bigger mistake. But just he embraced his corniness, and that's who he was. And I think he honestly knew he was a comedic person, and that was how he was going to be famous, and he went down that lane.
He's an
He
entertainer.
found DJ Jazzy. Yeah, exactly. He found a DJ Jazzy Jeff and was just took off that way. But Jaden Smith, he's not really good at anything. Like, Willow is a much better performer.
Yeah, correct. I would say so. And it's funny. Kendrick retweeted Jaden's tweet about the Icon video, and then one of the best tweet replies was "Kung Fu Kenny and the Karate Kid," and I was like, "That's funny."
That's funny. Yeah, if this wasn't Will Smith's kid, like let's say this was just, I don't know, some up and coming rapper, someone trying to be a rapper, do you think this would get nearly as much attention?
No.
So basically,
the beats probably wouldn't be as good for starters, because that's an expensive production cost for sure. But I mean, it's only getting so much attention because there's just interest in Jaden Smith as a celebrity. There's no buzz for his music career. And I mean, there wasn't even much buzz off these singles. You get a few million views because of who he is. That's about it. So, but I mean, the thing I started immediately thinking of, we can kind of transition the discussion there. That's our review of Jaden Smith's Syre. There's a few songs I point you to, but it's not.
Don't listen to
70
it.
minutes of your time.
No.
Am I, in a sense, interested to see if he pursues it further? Yes, but again, I don't think he's truly a rapper at heart, and that's what I want to get into.